Hello everyone, so sorry, we have just uploaded one video reacting to the Red Horizon new season reveal, and in that video I was going to touch on this, completely forgot, but it's kind of good we're doing this separate anyway. This is the Gamescom Day 1 recap. We're going to read through it and talk about it. They just did the live stream, we co-streamed it, very exciting stuff, okay guys? So this I will link in the video description if you want to read through it yourself, as always, and let's go through and talk about it. The Division 2 at Gamescom, crossplay echoes of Central Park and Red Horizon. Yes, that is the name of the next DLC that they're working on for the Division 2, Echoes of Central Park. So this was just today, like I said, at Gamescom, we got day 2 tomorrow with even more. I'll try and do the same then. So agents, we have officially kicked off Gamescom with our first Division 2 panel, joined by creative director Yannick and game director Alex to take a look at what's coming up next for the Division 2. Crossplay arrives in November. This is one of the first things people are going to want to know about. They've given us a date. Crossplay is in November, and they did speak a little bit about this. It's probably going to cover it now. So one of the most requested additions to Division 2 is finally on the way. Crossplay launches this November. Bringing agents together across platforms has required significant work behind the scenes, including partially rebuilding the game's online architecture. With crossplay, your platform will no longer stand between you and other agents, opening up matchmaking and allowing more of the community to play together. When crossplay launches, all players will be migrated to the crossplay environment. Crossplay will be enabled by default. Players can disable crossplay from the character selection screen if they don't want to be involved in it though. With crossplay enabled, you can encounter and play with agents from all supported platforms who have also enabled it. With crossplay disabled, you'll only encounter players on your own platform. Clans will be migrated to crossplay, allowing agents from different platforms to join the same clan. I believe from how they said it, if you do not have crossplay enabled, I'm not sure if crossplay, if clans will be a thing. That's a bit I was confused about there. The way they word it, clans are going to be migrated to crossplay, allowing agents from different platforms to join the same clan. I'm guessing we all get migrated there. So yeah, I'm sure you still be able to get in clans if you're not, if you disable crossplay. Clan capacity is going to increase from 50 to 100 members. That's awesome, because I was worried about the amount of people that want to be in my clan. That gives us a lot of room to move people in on PlayStation, Xbox. It's real good. Leaderboards will be reset with the introduction of crossplay, so a full leaderboard reset. With crossplay settings also reflecting in leaderboard display, so you can have a look at your own platform leaderboard and the leaderboard as a whole. Beyond making it easier to play with friends regardless of platform, crossplay is intended to create a healthier matchmaking environment and reduce queue times across the game. We'll share more details as we get closer to its November launch. They also spoke about Red Horizon, the new season. We've just done a video on this. I'm glad it's brief, so I'll just read this quickly. Red Horizon does launch tomorrow, August 27th, bringing the cleaners to Washington, D.C. Following the events of Battle for Brooklyn, the cleaners have lost their supply of Purple Flame and are heading to D.C. in search of a new source. The presence will grow across the city throughout the season, with cleaner activities, elite kill squads, and more. This season's modifier system centers on a new pressure gauge build it through combat, then experiment with different active and passive modifiers to change how you use it. The Dark Zone is also getting 2 major updates. Following community feedback, the toxic PvE Dark Zone will become a permanent part of the game. On the PvP side, Blackout joins the rotation, removing the usual power restrictions and allowing agents to bring the full strength of their builds into the Dark Zone, including Shade Watch bonuses, expertise, and prototype gear. Sounds amazing. And that's only part of what's coming with Red Horizon. Read the full breakdown here. We've just done a video on it if you want to watch me read through it, or just go and find this link in the description and click there to have a read of that article. We do get a look at we did get a look at a first look at Year 8 season 4. So it says that also coming Year 8 new DLC. When that is coming, I don't know. Looking at that roadmap there, we can see it was Rise Up with Escalation for Season 1. Season 2, Into the Dark Broken Rain Incursion, which we've just done. Season 3 starts tomorrow, crossplay ETA November. And in Season 4, new features, it says, with also coming new DLC. So Red Horizon isn't the end of Year 8. During the panel, we shared an early look at what agents can expect from Season 4, including the return of the Black Tusk and a hint at a possible White Tusk deployment. Season 4 will also bring major changes to several of Year 8's endgame systems. Prototype gear is being reworked to give players significantly more control over how they progress and customize their items, reducing the system's reliance on RNG. The changes will touch expertise, augment, and introduce new ways to fine-tune prototype gear. Escalations are also evolving in Season 4. Season 3 addresses one of the biggest pain points by preventing tokens from being lost after a disconnect, but there's more ahead. In Season 4, agents will have greater control over the challenge and rewards of their escalations, while changes to mutators will make them more consistent and predictable. We'll have much more to share about Season 4 in the future. That sounds to me, just off the bat, that we're going to go up to an escalation and we're going to be able to play it with no mutators. And it'll cost little currency, maybe little drop rate. But then we'll be able to turn on mutators for more currency, higher drop rate. Could be wrong. That's kind of sounds what I sound. That's a lot of feedback stated they'd love to be able to do something like that. So won't surprise me if that was that. Our next expansion. They're calling it an expansion, but it is a DLC. Echoes of Central Park. Finally, we reveal the title of our next expansion for the Division 2 Echoes of Central Park. Maybe they are. Like, there's a difference between expansion and DLC. Like, expansion was Warlords of New York. DLC was Brooklyn, Battle for Brooklyn. DLC was much smaller in many ways. It wasn't that expensive. Warlords of New York was a much more, things like double the price, but there's more to it. And we'll read through now, but he did mention about this being replayable. They didn't just want this to be a one-time and done thing like Battle for Brooklyn. They want to give us plenty of reason to keep on playing it. So maybe it is an expansion and there's much more to it. It sounds like it. They're even using the word. So New York City has always had a special connection to the Division, but there's one iconic location we have never truly explored, and that's Central Park. During the outbreak, Central Park was used as a mass burial ground. Years later, what remains inside the park is unknown. The question sits at the heart of Echoes of Central Park. Look at these screens. The expansion begins with a distress call coming from somewhere inside the park, across the Upper West Side. Rumors are spreading about what lies beyond its gates. Agents will need to investigate those reports, prepare for what lies ahead, and eventually enter Central Park to uncover what has happened there since the outbreak. Echoes of Central Park leans into a darker atmosphere where fear can be just as dangerous as the enemy. What happens when that fear begins to spread, and how do you fight something you cannot always see? They said dark and fear in their stream today. They want to stay true to Tom Clancy's name, though. They did say that that was important while they were making this. But they did want to kind of bend the rules. So be interested to see what this is. Echoes of Central Park Showcase is September the 24th. So save the date, September 24th, 9 a.m. PT, 6 p.m. Central European, World Gameplay Reveal. So September 24th, this sounds like it's definitely going to be coming. Could be the end of Season 3, could be the start of Season 4. Who knows? But a gameplay reveal, less than a month. So you won't have to wait long to see more. Join us on September 24th at 9 a.m., 6 p.m. for a dedicated Echoes of Central Park showcase, where we'll reveal more of what awaits inside Central Park. Before then, there's still work to be done in Washington, D.C. Year 8 Season 3, Red Horizon arrives August 27th. Until next time, Agents of Division 2 team. The only thing they didn't touch in there is what Yannick was talking about in the Gamescom presentation panel, as it was. They were talking about there being like an sort of end game to the DLC. They wanted to be replayable. They started building this DLC expansion with that in mind. A lot of people always say, well, we love Warlords, we love Battle for Brooklyn, but there's never any reason to go back there. So that was at the forefront of creating this. And they said they're going to be doing things that aren't seen elsewhere in the game. So I don't know. I personally, things that I've been thinking about what they could kind of take from the Division 1 still is Resistance, Horde mode. Is there something like that they could do? Is there going to be some little game modes attached, mini game modes attached to the DLC as well? I'm sure we'll find out more on September 24th. Very exciting. We're going to get this in Year 8 as well. And yeah, we're coming to the end of year 8 now. We're over halfway. We're starting the second half tomorrow. We got this brand new season, Red Horizon, upon us with a showcase. We've got a Halloween event as well coming for this season. And then we will soon enough be in that final season with a DLC Echoes of a Central Park to look forward to. And we haven't even spoke about Survivors yet. Tomorrow at Gamescom, the panel 2 is the future of the Division 2. They've said that. So maybe year 9 discussion, definitely Survivors discussion. We are going to be live streaming tomorrow, the brand new season, as we always do. We're going to get you covered with all the content that we always do at the start of every season. So make sure you tune in, enjoy the fun. We're going to be doing the scout mission, the new classified assignment that drops tomorrow. We're going to be going through the journey in one day if we can. Get all those videos out for you before the end of the weekend. And yeah, we'll be live, but we'll also be tuning in for Gamescom Day 2. Where they talk about the future of the Division 2 and they talk about Survivors. So I will try and get another update like this out tomorrow as well when they do the recap, and we'll recap and go over all. But great time to be in this game. Great time to be a part of this game. What a year it's been. We're halfway through. Maybe tomorrow we hear there's a year 9 as well, which we can look forward to. And for those of you saying, where's the Division 3? I don't think we're going to hear anything about the Division 3 for a long, long time. But thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow in stream. Hope you're excited as I am for all of this. Take care.